Jimin and Haaland? Here's what actually happened. That night, inside one of Europe's largest stadiums, something happened that not a single person on Earth saw coming. Two massive names. Two worlds that had never once crossed paths. One is a singer and dancer from South Korea, a face recognized by millions of people across the globe. The other is a striker from Norway, a goal-scoring machine who makes defenses tremble every time he sprints toward the net. Jimin and Haaland. Two names that, when put side by side, might make you wonder, what could possibly connect them? Did they actually meet? Is this just a rumor? Or is this something far more real than we think? Relax. This video is going to break down everything, from start to finish. And here's the most important part, everything you're about to hear actually happened. This isn't staged. This isn't just some baseless rumor. This is a real story that left millions of people around the world, from K-pop fans to football lovers, equally stunned, at the exact same time. Before we dive into the heart of the story, let's get to know these two figures a little better. Jimin is a member of the legendary K-pop group BTS. Alongside his group, he has broken through the boundaries of the global music industry, carried Korean culture onto the world stage, and built a devoted fanbase known as ARMY, spread across nearly every corner of the planet. Then there's Erling Haaland, a Norwegian striker who currently plays for English giants Manchester City. His nickname needs no introduction, many consider him one of the most terrifying forwards in modern football. His signature celebration style, the way he sprints, even the way he walks on the pitch, have all become trademarks instantly recognized by millions of football fans. Two completely different worlds. Music and sport. The stage and the pitch. There was no logical reason for these two paths to ever cross. Until, on July 11, 2026, everything changed. At the time, BTS was in the middle of their world tour, ARIRANG World Tour. One of their stops was the city of Munich, Germany, and this wasn't just any stage. They performed at Allianz Arena, the iconic stadium long known as the home of a football giant, and a venue whose very name is practically synonymous with one player, Erling Haaland. That's right. BTS performed in Haaland's own backyard. But the real surprise hadn't even started yet. It all began with a small moment that happened well before the concert itself, during the day one soundcheck. At that moment, J-Hope, one of BTS's members, was on stage preparing for the show. His eyes landed on a fan in the crowd holding up a sign. Not just any sign. It carried a comparison so unique, so bold, and so playful that it was impossible to ignore. The sign featured three legendary names, each with their own title. There was Thor, the god of thunder from Norse mythology. There was Erling Haaland, dubbed by the sign's creator as the god of football. And finally, there was Jimin, given the highest title of all. He was called simply, our god. J-Hope burst out laughing when he saw it. He immediately called Jimin over to come see the sign for himself. And sure enough, as Jimin read the sign name by name, Thor, Haaland, then his own name, he couldn't hold back his laughter. He even sat down for a moment, pointing to each name on the sign one by one to make sure he was reading it right. Naturally, he snapped a photo to capture the moment before heading back to rehearsal. On its own, this moment seemed simple, funny, wholesome, and something most people might forget within minutes. But as it turns out, the story wasn't over yet. A few hours later, the concert began. Tens of thousands of fans packed Allianz Arena, watching BTS deliver a high-energy performance. And somewhere in the middle of that night's show, Jimin did something absolutely nobody expected. He walked. Not danced. Not part of any rehearsed choreography sequence. He recreated Erling Haaland's signature walk. That walk, the one so closely associated with the striker every time he strides toward his teammates after finding the back of the net. A walk that has practically become his personal signature on the football pitch. And that night, inside Haaland's own home stadium, Jimin performed it in front of more than 70,000 people. The stadium erupted instantly. Fans who caught the reference, a callback to that soundcheck moment earlier in the day, spontaneously burst into cheers and laughter. A small, unplanned moment, full of humor and warmth, unfolding right in the middle of a massive world tour concert. No one had scripted this as part of the official show. There was no announcement beforehand. It all happened so spontaneously, so naturally, that it made the moment feel even more special. And just as you might expect, this moment spread across the internet at lightning speed. A compilation video combining the soundcheck sign moment with Jimin's onstage recreation of Haaland's walk quickly flooded social media platforms everywhere. Many fans called it the perfect "how it started versus how it's going" pairing. What made this moment even more interesting is that the reactions didn't just come from K-pop fans. International sports outlets like ESPN Mexico picked up the moment on their official social media accounts, noting that Haaland mania had apparently landed in the world of BTS as well. Not only that, well-known radio network Los 40 Chile also covered this unexpected pairing between Jimin and Haaland on their official channel. On X, formerly known as Twitter, Jimin's name was trending in the sports category. Meanwhile, Haaland's name, surprisingly, was trending in the music category. Just take a moment to picture that. A K-pop idol trending in the world of sports. A professional footballer trending in the world of music. A truly unique crossover between two worlds, all within a matter of hours. Naturally, the reaction from ARMY, BTS's fanbase, was just as massive. Comment sections flooded with laughing emojis and praise. Many pointed to this moment as proof of just how entertaining Jimin is, even outside of his musical performances. Others admitted they couldn't stop laughing at how effortlessly a world-famous idol imitated a world-class athlete, without it feeling forced or awkward at all. For many fans, this moment served as a reminder that even behind massive public figures, there's a playful, spontaneous side, and it's often that very side that makes people love them even more. But there's one more detail that makes this moment even more compelling, a coincidence that not everyone noticed right away. The Munich concert took place roughly 24 hours after Norway, Haaland's home country, was eliminated from the World Cup quarterfinals. Norway fell to England 2-1, after a late double from Jude Bellingham crushed their hopes of advancing further. Earlier in the tournament, Haaland had been in red-hot form, scoring a brace against Brazil in the round of 16, establishing himself as the tournament's leading scorer through the knockout stage. But Norway's journey came to an end at the hands of England. And just a day after that heartbreaking loss, Haaland's name was once again trending, this time not for a goal or a defeat on the pitch, but because a K-pop idol had recreated his walk, inside his own home stadium, no less. That said, it's important to note, BTS's tour schedule had been set months in advance, well before the World Cup knockout bracket was even determined. So the timing overlap was purely coincidental, not something planned. But maybe that's exactly what makes this moment so special. In the middle of Norway's disappointment over their team's elimination, a lighthearted and entertaining moment emerged, one that unexpectedly paired their national football star with a global music icon. Looking back, the moment between Jimin and Haaland was, on the surface, incredibly simple. Just a few seconds of walking, recreated on stage. So why did something this small end up captivating the entire internet? Maybe the answer lies in how two worlds that usually feel so far apart, the world of music entertainment and the world of sports, managed to collide in one honest, spontaneous moment. No script. No elaborate planning behind it. Just a global idol who saw a funny sign from a fan, and, with genuine humility, brought it onto the stage as a small way of appreciating that fan. It's a reminder that sometimes, the smallest, most unplanned moments end up being the most memorable ones. A spontaneous laugh during a soundcheck. A sign made by a single fan. And somehow, it turned into a moment discussed by millions of people around the world, crossing borders, languages, and even entirely different forms of entertainment. So, coming back to the big question we asked at the very beginning of this video. What really happened between Jimin and Haaland? The answer is simple. A small moment, full of warmth, humor, and sincerity, born from a fan's love for their idol, and met with the sweetest possible response from that idol himself. And that's the full story behind the viral moment between Jimin and Haaland that had so many people curious. So, what do you think? How funny was this moment? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on more interesting stories like this one, and turn on notifications. See you in the next video.